Okay, just to jump on quickly, do a live on healing and a specific form of healing and how to know you're deeply damaged in a way as well. By healing, by getting your memories back, right? So this is something that I've noticed for the longest time since I got into physical health community 2.5 years ago. Let me shut the window. 1 second. Right, so yeah, since I started getting into physical health, I started noticing, you know, the more powerful activations I did, the more I started noticing something. Now, I've always known that I've done a lot of damage to myself, and I'm sure the people watching this you guys have done a lot of damage to yourself too. And whatever's gone wrong in childhood or adulthood or teenagehood that's broken you down and made you hit to a really depressing low point, there's damage and trauma there that's probably still carried in your body as much as we're trying to heal. And one of the ways that I've known that I'm, you know, quite severely fucked up in a weird way of looking at it is I don't remember a lot of my childhood. Not nothing. I just don't remember a lot of things that I think people should remember from childhood. There's a lot lost memories there, unfortunately. And they weren't lost until, you know, things started going wrong in my life and I started getting really depressed and suicidal. And with the depression and negative thoughts and darkness, what that does is it fucks up with the brain chemistry. So it kind of lights up the amygdala, the fear center, but also the hypothalamus, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, people, but it's the hypothalamus that stores the memory for the human body, right? And it's the hypothalamus that gets damaged when we get into a dark state of negative, whether that be trauma, childhood trauma, PTSD as an adult, depression, suicidal thoughts. The darker you go with where your mind is, and it's all mind I'm talking about now, what happens is the science shows that your hypothalamus actually shrinks. So most normal people that have just normal lives, everyone has a tough life, don't get me wrong. You have a normal life, it won't shrink too much. Your hypothalamus, your memory center won't. But if you damage yourself, you know, your hypothalamus will shrink, and that when a hypothalamus shrinks, your memory just disappears. So that's why, for me personally, my memories have just gone. You know, they just disappeared. Most of them, not all of them. I've recaptured a lot, and that's what I want to talk about really, the recapturing of memories. But unfortunately, because memories are coming back to me that I thought I'd lost, and I can tell they're like the first time memories from childhood. Soon as you guys must be able to relate to this. We're a lot damaged here, so we're in recovery. Alcoholics Anonymous, but we're like damaged people anonymous. You know, as you come up, you'll feel a memory from childhood, and you're like, "Where's that come from?" Oh, I remember that from childhood, and it feels like it's first time, and it is first time because it's hard to describe. I can tell that it's memory from childhood when it comes up. It happened today, 2 or 3 times. Normally it happens once in a day. I must be doing something right because normally I get it once a day, occasionally. But today I had like 2 or 3 times, and one of them wasn't even a trigger. Sometimes it takes a trigger, so you'll see something in a cinema, in a film, or a book, or someone say something, and it triggers the memory. That's quite common, although that's still special, and you go, oh shit, first time memory come back. But one of them today wasn't even that. One of them was just doing nothing, just being me, and it just came up from nowhere. I was like, oh shit, okay. But anyway, you can tell when it comes up that it's a memory that you've never, that from your childhood, you know it's real to you, but you know it's not something you've ever thought about. It's just the first time. And that's basically your hypothalamus growing as you heal because you've damaged it and shrunk its size. So we know that the memory centers shrink in size in the brain. Depending on the severity of your damage, you'll lose a lot of memory, it shrinks. But also the good thing with the human brain and neuroplasticity is you can recover that. But it's going to take a lot of work, depending on how much you shrunk it. I realise now that I'm still... I've got a lot of work to do. I've got so many memories that are fucked up. That are not fucked up, that have gone. Came back. I'm like, what? I thought I've exhausted all my possibilities of new memories coming up in the past 2.5 years. And I haven't. They're still coming up. First time memories. I'm like, shit, what's going on here? So yeah, it's basically the hypothalamus and your memories are coming back. And it's so beautiful. And it's so real. And that's how you know, not that we care about validation, that's how you know that you're healing. When these memories from you, who you were as a kid, that you've lost because you fucked yourself up or whatever reason, and it's shrunk, your brain has shrunk, these memory centers are now coming back. You're allowing yourself to heal. You're doing the protocols. I'm doing physical health, emotional health, mainly physical health. I've been doing emotional health for the longest time. But that's the point. It's the beauty. It's the process, and it's very encouraging to see these first time memories come back. Once they come back, then you can start, dwelling on that memory because it's not lost, and then you can start. You can even proactively try and reach more memories by. Once it's surfaced to me, I try and remind myself of that memory so that now it won't be first time again. If you understand what I'm saying, you can really try and heal yourself in this way, or allow it to go. I'm so glad that there's little markers that we're healing ourselves in this journey. People say, oh, how do you tell if you're healthy? Because, sometimes you can see it in the skin, so you can get blood work done, but it's not always obvious what we do in the physical health. What we do in physical, emotional health, it's a kind of a silent thing. It's not obvious, right? Even to us sometimes, it's not obvious that we're actually coming up in health. It's not obvious all the time. So this one with the memories is a beautiful activation. It's personal to you. You're reclaiming your sovereignty. You're reclaiming your brain from the damage caused to it. And, we really do have fucked up. I'll speak for myself. My brain is completely fucked up and frazzled from the shit I put it through. Like the drama and the fucking negativity and low self-esteem and all poor me fucking victim mode. Oh, you're the worst in the world, Harry. No one's going through your problems. That's the shit I was telling myself. Oh, why God me? Why God me? Crying to my room every night like a fucking pussy. Well, I'm laughing at myself and being a bit mean, but actually, it was real and damaged enough that I'm still at 32 years old. 32 years old. I'm still got first time memories from childhood coming up because I haven't healed. And quite honestly, if I went in an MRI machine and looked at the size of my memory centers, my hypothalamus, I don't think even now it would be normal. Unfortunately, I don't think it would. Now, if you took the size of it 3 or 4 years ago, 5-10 years ago, holy shit, took about 3 or 4 years ago, you'd find it even smaller. So it's actually probably growing. I'd love to get that done. Well, maybe it's a bit of a risky name. I wouldn't because it's a dangerous thing, but maybe I would because I want to see how much I'm improving the size of my hypothalamus and like how damaged it is really compared to other people. Because I still feel there's something not right with my brain. It's okay. I'm happy with my journey. I'm not being miserable about it. I'm just making a point that I recognise that my brain is obviously, my memory centers still aren't at the levels of a normal person, so I'm still recovering. However, I get the joys of my first time memories and knowing I'm healing because I'm proactively doing all the work. That's the joy of what we're doing, right? We're coming up in health, proactively being healthier people, trying our best. It's not about, oh, my hypothalamus, my memory center's bigger than yours. Yeah, bro, because you haven't been through much shit. It's more like, oh, shit, I'm improving on myself. I'm getting my memories back. I'm trying the best I can do, physical, emotional health, getting my memories back, blah, blah. So, yeah, it's real. It's real, this shit, man. Yeah, Kayla, I'm glad someone else is going through this. I love it when you guys tell me it's because I used to think that this was just me, and I was this is just the thing I made up. Like, why am I the only person getting these first time memories? Am I really that damaged and shit? No, I really am fucking damaged. It's weird shit. Like, I could tell you quickly what happened today. I was watching in the cinema, and there was something to do with ants, and then and a molehill. I was looking at a molehill, and it reminded me when I was a kid, my dad used to pour ant poison on the ants, and not that I didn't care about ants at the time, but I just remember that was a memory that I just completely forgot about, and like it's quite a prominent thing. Like I should fucking remember this shit. It's not like an ordinary, like a small talk shit. These are kind of what I'm trying to say is the first time memory is a big thing. I'm forgetting the big things from childhood. Yeah, they're gone and they're coming up as first time memories. It's not like little things. I'm talking about little things that I shouldn't be remembering. I'm talking about big things from childhood that are coming back as first time memories that I should have remembered, that normal people are going to remember. I ain't remembering it. I am now in recovery. I'm in recovery. Like I said, we're Alcoholics Anonymous here. We're like memory anonymous. Damaged people recovering our memory. I shudder to think what it's like with someone that's gone through childhood rape, trauma, PTSD. They're probably in a much worse position than probably I ever was, and it's crazy how powerful the brain is. It will destroy your memory, and also it will compartmentalize too your memory. That's where you get the idea of split personalities, I think, and manipulation and CIA MK Ultra shit. That's real to me. Split personalities and literally creating trauma in a human, in the brain, whereas they have to shut it off. The trauma's so painful that the brain has to shut it off and like deny it. And the brain is super powerful. Let's remember this. It's for your protection. It protects you when you're depressed. It kind of shrinks the memory for a reason. Everything's for your reason. And yeah, won't carry on too long. That's all I want to say. I cannot remember titty sucking, Sean. I wonder if anyone could. I wish. No, that'd be fucking funny if you remember that shit. No, I can't even remember my first childhood memory, if I'm being honest. I don't know when it was. I'd lie and say that, because I've seen videotapes, my dad recorded videotapes when I was a kid, but I can't remember that's really bad. And I don't get it. I don't know what my first childhood memory is. I don't know. Most people have their first clear at 3 or 4, and like pretty sure I don't remember any of that shit. Like, I really don't. I can pretend you guys do from videotapes, because I've looked at the videotapes a few years ago of when I was a kid, and then convinced myself that I remembered that, but I didn't. It's just a videotape. And like, I don't know what my first childhood memory is. That sounds so bad. I wasn't raped or anything. I just fucked myself up when I was 16, 17, 18, 19. Went to a dark place in my brain. And quite a long time. 5 years of shit. But we do not regret what we've been through, because it makes us who we are. And it's the journey up and the climb up that give us lessons that make us the people that can guide other people and give us the information to get out the situation for ourselves, but makes us good teachers for other people too. So now we can guide other people, because we've had to struggle from down below to up here. And in the lessons, that's so important. I love to repeat it. Like, people forget this shit. That's why you're here, to go through shit and to become wise. I'm thinking that too. This is where wisdom comes from. Wisdom comes from suffering, but not just any old suffering. Suffering and choice to come up and to make that journey. That's where wisdom comes. In other words, the more you suffer, the wiser you will become. Like, the darker the pain, the more opportunities do you have to become a wiser person. Wisdom comes from experience. If you've experienced a lot of dark shit, you will realize you've got opportunities to be wise. I don't mean from an ego point of view, I'm fucking smart and all that shit. I mean just life has been so tough and you've had to go through so much. The wisdom comes from going down and in the journey up. And by the way, the longer it takes, the more wise you are, the more you're going to have to learn to love the process, the more you're going to have to learn love duality, the more you're going to have to learn to love life. The longer the journey. Like, I've been through that too. Like, I want it over. Just hurry up. I want to be fixed next year, 1 year. No. It's all about the journey, isn't it? Like, yes. Yeah, it's split personalities, very crazy stuff with the CIA and what the brain does to protect you. The brain is probably the most complicated part of the human avatar. The human avatar is crazy powerful anyway, but the brain is like super complex. This is why people say emotional health is more important than physical health. It fucks people up. Emotional health is this fucks up the brain. Negativity, darkness, trauma, bad parenting, bad people in the matrix giving us wrong role models. This fucks us up, man. This is what emotional health is. This fucks us up. It's the hardest thing to be living in this matrix with. The duality existence of the matrix is fucking hard. We're brainwashed to have low confidence, to have low self-esteem, to not believe in ourselves, to not go for our dreams, and yada yada. I go on forever. I won't talk forever. So yeah, Jimmy. On that note, thank you very much. And just to recap on the point, first-time memories, they are a beautiful process, and it's a sign that you're healing when you get these. Do not be disturbed, perturbed, and focus too much on, oh, poor me, I'm still got my memories. Yeah, I'm like, nah, that's cool, man. I'm starting to recover. It's a sign, it's an indicator, it's for you, it's personal to your journey. You're remembering shit, you're coming back to who you were, and you'll keep doing that. And probably for the rest of my life, I'm going to have these memories, and it's okay. I'm recovering. I always be in recovery. Cool, I don't care. I've never fixed myself. What is fix myself? What is that point when I fixed myself completely? There is no point to where you just arrive. This is the point of life. There's no point where you arrive and go, okay, now I've fixed myself. No. That's not how it works. You won't have fixed yourself. You're completely healed by the time you die. There's no point. There's no point. There's no. You have a goal and you try your best, and that's all life asks. There is no, okay, now I've made it. Now I've completely healed. No, you never completely heal. You just do the best you can, enjoy the journey, and enjoy life in the process. And it's all fun and games. And for me, it's one of the most beautiful things. I'm glad I can share it with you guys, and I'm glad you guys experienced it. The first-time memories is very powerful and beautiful to know that you're in recovery and your brain is starting to light up and you're starting to fix yourself. And whatever you're doing right, whether that be emotional, physical health, because you won't get those memories back. If you're not doing something right, it takes a long time to heal the brain, is what I'm learning. You know, depression and shit really fucks you up. It takes a long time to heal from that. Depending on how dark you've gone with the depression, it takes a long time to heal. Yeah, regrow inside. I can tell you it is possible. I'm pretty positive now, and I'm pretty positive, pretty happy, pretty healthy, pretty energetic, and my mindset, values, and beliefs are pretty good. Not to show off, but 10 years later, after I started changing them, but you know, it's possible to change your mindset quickly. Yeah, relatively. You know, to keep growing, and you know, it's crazy when you think about it. How far you've come, how far I've come, like from what we were to who we are now. Like it's unreal. Unreal from the dark depression to who I am now. If I look at myself, like what the fuck? How? You know, how? It's all invisible. It's all here. It's all mindset, values, beliefs, CBT, cognitive behavioral. Start changing thoughts. You know, not believing in the negative self-talk, the negative self-affirmations that you tell yourself. You know, I'll tell you something now with me. I still sometimes catch myself in moments when something happens. I'll say a negative affirmation. Go like, for example, I'll say, not consciously. I'll show you what happens. So say I'm quite clumsy. In the past, I used to tell myself I'm really clumsy. Sometimes I'll have a clumsy moment still now. But what happens is, I'll go, oh God, this is what I'll say unconsciously without thinking. But I'll hear myself, I'll go, God, Harry, aren't you so stupid? And then that's unconscious. But I hear it. And then I go, and then naturally I'll go, no, that's not true. That's not true. I don't try and cancel out the negative affirmation I've told myself. It comes automatically. And I'm not saying don't try. I'm just telling you that's another marker to me that I'm really improving in myself. Because now when it's almost like unconsciously and consciously I know the power of words. So when I say this negative affirmation, I used to believe it. And I used to. You guys have no idea how much you guys have no idea how much I used to dwell on negative affirmations and drill it in and repeat when something bad happened in my life. I would repeat that scenario over and over again in my mind like a loop. Even after the situation is gone, like say it was a situation with a person judging me negatively or in my mind, I'd repeat it over and over and over again in my mind. Long after they're gone, I'd repeat it in my mind like a movie over and over again. Now, like I told you, I would say a negative affirmation and then I will unconsciously say that's not true. I would challenge that shit. So that's another improvement too. Always watch what you say with affirmations, and if you're not unconsciously challenging negative affirmations, that's okay. You can consciously challenge it because it's the same. Just because I'm unconsciously doesn't make me a better person. You just consciously, just be aware when you're saying negative shit to yourself. Like, I am stupid, I am poor, I am unhealthy, I am not worthy. You know, catch yourself in these moments, or I'm not worthy of this, I'm not worthy of that, and blah blah. When you catch yourself and say, no, why? Question it if you don't believe it. If you don't say that's not true. If you don't believe that, say why? Why am I? Why am I not worthy? Why am I feeling like this? Why am I poor? Why am I feel like I'm unhealthy? All this shit. So when you catch yourself, stop it. Words have power. Ultimately, I think what destroys people with depression, low esteem, before I go, I'll say that. What I think destroys people is words. Because words form your values, opinions, belief systems, and all that shit in your brain. It comes from words and affirmations. They form a story. And the story, you know, it's always words which tie to emotions that form stories, and then the stories in your head become you. You start going this negative story, like I'm a victim, I'm the worst, no one's going through this but me. It's all fucking lies. You realise they're lies at the time, but you'll say, oh, I'm fucking, you know, it's just me. You know, it's all me. I'm the only person suffering from this, because you don't see anyone around you in your vicinity going through that pain. So it's fair enough to say that, but it's not true. Now we guys know, you know, we're a community now. We know that this is not true, that there are, you always think you're the worst in the world for damage. At the time, probably, when you're going through a lot of pain, you always think, oh, no one else going through this pain like me. What I find is that there's 7 billion people on the planet, so you should challenge that shit. I wish I knew this when I was younger and challenged it. Like, there's 7 billion people on the planet. You really going through the worst in the world? Probably not. The odds are probably pretty high that someone else is going through, a lot of people are going through worse shit than you. I mean, you might be 1 in the 7 billion that's going through the worst in the world, but I doubt it. Even with me, if I'm being honest, I used to like to think I was the only person. I, brainwashed, I fucked my brain up, no one else has done it. It's tempting, isn't it? It's ego. It's like, oh, I'm the only one. But that's the wrong mindset at all, so, yeah. Oh, Kayla, yeah, alcohol's a huge one. You just got to do it slowly and forgive yourself and improve slowly. I mean, I saw a meme today said that alcohol is alcohol. It's the way that the ancestors use. It just lowers our vibration. We know this, but I think it really does a lot. You know, damages the liver. takes away your B vitamins, puts you as a low. Yeah, you have people think, but not in a high consciousness way, in a low consciousness way. You know, I've struggled with that too. You know, I used to use it because I couldn't socialize with people, and I still suck at socializing now. So, but I don't drink alcohol anymore. You know, you get to a point where enough's enough, and that's it, right? And yeah, Shelley, it's madness, isn't it? Yep, and Raquel, the water, definitely. Water holds the energy. Your blood system, everything's water. So if you're telling yourself negative thoughts, that's just going around your, not just your brain, it's going around the water system, your lymph, your blood, everything, your cells, the water membranes, all that stuff. So yeah, anyway, that's it. First time memories. Let's recover our memories and keep going and be excited for the journey and think positively too, because life is beautiful and a blessing, and it's all about you and your journey. It's not about other people as much. You can learn from other people, but it's not about, oh, I'm doing this and I'm better than you and blah, blah, blah. No, it's about you. These are personal things I'm talking about with you guys, and it's our first time memories, you know. I'm glad I can share it with you, but I don't share this with normal people. Like, when my parents and stuff, tell them, like, you know, but they'll laugh. They won't understand that, you know, the damage that's been done to their child. They won't understand that what I'm on about. First time memories coming back, because to other people, of course you remember your childhood, right? Of course you remember your childhood. It's normal to remember your childhood, you know, and all these stuff. But for me, nah, it's definitely not. I lost it. I shudder to think what it's like for other people that have really been some tough shit in childhood. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and yeah, happy and we all become the best version of ourselves as fast as possible. Not even as fast as possible. Just enjoy the journey, because it's all perfect right now. Your learning curve is exactly where it needs to be. You've met exactly the right people. You're hanging out with the right people. You're on Facebook. You know, you're talking to the right people. You're in the right place for where, you know, whatever the forces of good that have created us in duality, whatever the forces that created us. You're all in the right place, and you're in exactly the right place. Same with me. Might not feel like it at times, but we're exactly the right place that we need to be for our growth. There is no going back. Everyone's trying their best, even the Matrix people. So, you know, just keep going. And yeah, I love you. Thank you. Peace.